Okay, so the test, okay, question 1. Complete the Venn diagram. Okay, so you have to complete the middle bit first. Okay, so the middle bit is that's anything that's common to A, B and C. Right, okay, so there's a 4, no, there's a 5 common to all 3, isn't there? Okay, so I'm going to knock off the 5 because I've put in the 5. Okay, now I'm going to do A and B. So A and B, is there anything common there? There's a 2 and there's a 3, isn't there? So a 2 and a 3. So the 2's gone in, the 3's gone in, the 2's gone in, the 3's gone in. Right, I'll do A and C. There's a 1. So the 1's gone in and the 1's gone in. And then B and C, there's a 4 common, isn't there? So that goes here. Okay, and out of A, I've left 6 and 7. Out of B, I've left 8 and 9. And out of C, I've left 10. Is the 4 gone in? I just never crossed it out, did I? Is there a 4 gone in? There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the 4 is there. That's 4, is it? Yeah. Right, okay, are we all alright with that? Mark for that. Hang on now. Sorry? Oh, your screen is weird, is it? Or sorry, I never look around me. Now we're good, yeah? Is that what you were going to tell me, Diane? Yeah, thanks. Right, okay, are we good? Right, okay, 5 marks for that. Okay? Right, then it said list the elements of the following set. A union B is all of A and all of B together. So I'll just call it out. 1, 2, so it's all of A and all of B. So it's 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 4. So all of A and all of B. Right? I marked the 3 of those together, the 3 of these together, and it's 10 marks for the 3 of them together. A less C is start with A and take away anything that's in C. So out of A, 1 and 5 are in C, so I'm left with 6, 7, 2 and 3. Okay? And then A union B intersection C. So you have to do B intersection C first, which is 5 and 4. So you have to do A union 5 and 4. So that's 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. Is that okay? Any questions, problems on that? Okay, I know I'm going quick through it now, so if I say something you don't understand, stop me. Okay? Right. Here, universal set is the numbers 2 up to 30. A is multiples of 2, B is multiples of 3, C is multiples of 5. Right? A union B union C complement is everything that isn't a multiple. It isn't a multiple of 2. It isn't a multiple of 3. It isn't a multiple of 5. So 1 is not a multiple of 2. It's not a multiple of 3. Sorry, 1's not in the universal set. It's not. Right? The universal starts at 2. So it can't be 2. 3. They're multiples of 3 is the first one, isn't it? No, multiple of 2. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, multiples of 2, 3 and 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not a multiple of any of those. So it's not 8, 9, 8 is a multiple of 2, 9 is a multiple of 3, 10 is a 2, 11 is not a multiple of 2, 3 or 4, as in 2, 3 or 4 does not divide into 11. Right, okay, 12, 13, 2, 3 or 4 do not divide into 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 2, 3 or 4 does not divide into it. 18, no, 19, yeah. 20, 21, 22, 23, nothing divides into it. 2, 3 or 4 doesn't divide into it. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 is the next one. Okay, and it finishes at 30. Is that right? Okay. Does everyone see how I did that? So I start counting. Not 2, it's multiple of 2. Not 3, it's multiple of 3. Not 4, it's multiple of 2. Not 5, it's multiple of 5. Not 6, It's multiple of 2, not 7. Or yes, 7, because 2, 3, or 5 does not divide in. Yes.
How many marks are going for that question?
Will you give me a minute to finish the question? Right, and then I'll tell you how many marks. 5. Right? Then it says, how many divisors does each of the numbers have? So all these numbers here, they have 2 divisors. Itself and 1. Right? So the number itself, as in 7 divides into 7, 1 divides into 7. So it has 2 divisors, as in 2 numbers that divide into it. Right? What name is given to these? It's a prime number. Okay? So 5 for that, 5 for part 2, and 5 for part 3. Okay? Right, next one. Researcher, old census data, measles, chickenpox and whooping cough among 12-year-old children in a group of 100 children. So that means the whole lot is going to add up to 100. Okay? 31 had none of these diseases, so I can put them in on the outside. 2 had all 3. There we go in the middle. Right. 2 had measles and chickenpox, but not whooping cough. So measles and chickenpox, but not the cough. So there's 2 in there. Right. 6 had whooping cough and chickenpox. So whooping cough and chickenpox, they overlap in 2 sections. So they have to add up to 6. There's 2 in already, so that means there's 4 to go in. Right? 11 had at least 2 diseases. At least 2 are all the overlapping bits. So all the overlapping bits add up to 11. So 2 and 2 makes 4. 4 and 4 makes 8. So that has to be 3 to add it up to 11. Okay? 18 had measles, so 3. In the whole M circle, I've 18, so there's 3, 5, 7, that means there's 11 to go in. Right? Okay. 40 had chickenpox, so there's 2 in the C circle, there's 2, 4, 8 in already, so that means there's 32 left to go in. And then the whole lot adds up to 100, so I have to add it all up to see what's left. 11, 13, 45, 54, 85, so that leaves me with 15. Is that okay? 10 marks for that. Yes. Yes. Right, are we okay? The next bit was find the probability that a child chosen at random. So you're picking from the whole group. So that means you're picking from 100. So you want to know how many out of the whole 100, how many had chickenpox, and 40 had chickenpox. So it's 40 out of 100, which cancels down to 2/5, but you don't have to cancel it down. Girls, that was probability. We don't have probability done. I'll let you answer the question, but you'll notice there is no mark beside that because I didn't mark it. So right or wrong, nobody got marks for that. Okay? Because I left it out of the test, which was always my plan, by the way. Okay? Right? Okay, the table below shows 3 statements. Each statement is written in English and in set notation. Complete the table. So we're missing the English here. So here we go. 36 had, right, 36 had, let's see, chickenpox but not measles. So they had chickenpox, not measles. Okay? So 36 had chickenpox but not measles. That's what you needed to written down there. Okay? And over here, 2 had, so that's 2 equals measles and chickenpox. So measles and chickenpox would be measles and chickenpox is M intersection C. So M intersection C less, less W. So that's M intersection, that's an intersection there. That's fine, it's confusing. Right, so it's M intersection C less W. Is that right? Okay, 5 marks for that box, for those 2 bits in there. Okay, right. On to the next bit. Right, okay. Each of the following in 6th class in a particular school is WhatsApp, Instagram, or that 36 students have WhatsApp. Nothing goes in. 40 have Instagram, nothing goes in. 54 have Snapchat. 14 have WhatsApp and Instagram, nothing. 24 students have Instagram and Snapchat, still can put in nothing because that's 2 sections. X student have WhatsApp and Snapchat but not Instagram. WhatsApp and Snapchat but not Instagram, X in there. Okay? Is that alright? Okay. 8 students have all 3. Let's go backwards. 24 have Instagram and Snapchat. So between here and here, 24. So that leaves me with 16. Right? 14 have WhatsApp and Instagram. So between here and here, 14. So that's a 6. Right? Okay. And then back to 54 have Snapchat. So for Snapchat, they add up to 54. So it's 54. Take away X, take away 8, take away 16. And when you put all those together, that's 30 minus X. Is that okay? In there. The next one is 40 have Instagram. So that's just in case there's no X there. So 6 and 18, 14. That's 13 already. So that means I have another 10 to put in. Right? And then 36 have WhatsApp. So it's 36. Take away 6. Take away 8. Take away X. Which is 22, take away X. Is that okay? That's part A. So they said, fill it in terms of X. So they wanted you to put the X's in, they didn't want you to figure it out. Some people went and figured it out, but if you got X right, I marked it right anyway. Okay? 15 marks for that, 15 marks for that. Okay? Then there were 80 students in total. Find the value of X. So that means 22 minus X plus 6 plus 10 plus X plus 8 plus 16, right, plus 30 minus X adds up to 80 because there's 80 in total. So X is on one side, numbers on the other. Move the 22, minus X stays put. Plus 6 goes, plus 10 goes, the plus X stays put. Plus 8 gone, plus 16 gone, minus 30, or plus 30 gone, minus X is still here. Right, okay. Over this side, the 80 is over there. Now you're bringing all these over the wall. So the 22 comes over and becomes a minus 22. The 6 goes over and becomes a minus 6. The 10 goes over and becomes a minus 10. The 8 goes over and becomes a minus 8. The 16 goes over and becomes a minus 16. The plus 30 goes over and becomes a minus 30. Okay, and when you end up with that, you'll get minus, over here you get minus X. Over this side you'll have minus 12. So that means plus X is equal to plus 12. Okay, is that alright? 5 marks for that. Okay, and then the last bit, right, okay, complete the table below shows 4 statements. Each statement is written in mathematical notation and in English. Complete the table. So write this. So you go, 8 students had WhatsApp, Instagram and Snapchat. Or 8 students had all 3 or something like that. Okay, is that alright that I don't write that down? Okay, over here we have 24 have, right, Instagram and Snapchat. So Instagram and Snapchat, I intersection S. Is that alright? Okay, Instagram and Snapchat, so they have both. So they're in the Instagram circle and they're in the Snapchat circle. Okay? Here, 10 students had Instagram but not WhatsApp or Snapchat, or had Instagram only. So they had Instagram without WhatsApp or Snapchat. Is that okay? Right? Okay. And the last one is more students have Snapchat than WhatsApp. So that means the cardinal number of S, right? So the cardinal is greater than the cardinal number of W. Is that right? Some people forgot the cardinal number there. Common mistake, so I just took 1 mark off for that. There was 15 marks for that, girl, so you got 15 marks for that. Okay, is that alright? Okay, job done. Okay, back to our factorising. Yes.
For one of the questions, I only got 2 marks, but I don't know where I got it.
Right, will you bring it up to me afterwards, because anyway, and that goes for anyone who's any issues with, because I corrected loads of them, so I probably did make mistakes, so just bring it up to me at the end and I'll fix my mistake. Okay, so we were on page 29, 2 to 26, just the column, right? That's what I gave you on Friday. Right, so I gave you, 6 to 26, 6 down to 26. Right, anyone need me to do number 6? Number 8? Number 10? Number 12? Number 14? Number 16? Number 18? Number 18, right, okay. Right, so number 18 reads AN minus 5A AN minus 5A minus 5B plus BN. Right, so we'll pair the first two and the second two. So out of the first two you take out an A and you get N minus 5. Now out of the second two, what's common? B. Will I take a plus B or a minus B? Well, let's take a minus B, okay? What's left? You took the minus and you took the B. What's left? 5. If you took out a minus B, what happens to this sign? It changes and the B is gone, you're left with an N. Now, are these brackets the same? No. Because why are they not the same? This is a plus N, isn't it? What's over here? Minus N. And this is a minus 5, isn't it? And what sign is on the 5 over here? Plus. So they're not the same, right? They're almost the same, right? I just need to take, instead of taking out a minus B, what should I have taken out? A plus B. So we go A times N minus 5. So instead of taking out a minus B, I'm going to take out a plus B. So I'm taking out a plus B, that minus is still with the 5, isn't it? So that's minus 5. And I've taken out a plus B, so there's no change in sign here, and that's an A. Now, are those brackets the same now? Yeah, they're just written in a different order, aren't they? Because this is minus 5, and this is N, which is plus N, isn't it? So that bracket is the same, it's just written in a different order. Would you agree? Right, so the first bracket is made up from the bits, which is A plus B, and the second bracket is the common bracket. Which way will I write it? Either or, doesn't matter. If you want to write that as minus 5 plus N, do. It's the same thing, right? Is that okay? Is that okay, Rose? Yeah.
How did you get minus N to start with? Like 5 minus N. Where's the minus N?
Here?
Yeah.
I took out a minus B. When you take out a minus, you have to change the sign on the inside. Yeah, is that okay? Right, it's like multiplying in by a minus, it changes the sign. When you take out a minus, you're dividing by a minus, so it changes the sign also. Right? An easier way to do that, okay, when you did it, right, and it didn't work out for you, right, an easier way to do that, girls, would be just to put different things together. So I'm going to put 1 with 4. See these? I'm going to put these and these two together. Okay? It'll just make, you know, if it didn't work out, just go back and move things around. So I'm going to put the first term, then I'm going to write the last term, which is plus B, and then I'm going to write term number 2, and then I'm going to write term number 3. And now I'm going to factorize. So out of the first two, what will I take out? What's left? A plus B. Out of the second two, what will I take? A minus 5. So what's left? A, what happens to that sign? Plus and a B. Because you took out a minus, the sign in the middle has to change. Right? So then your first bracket is made up from n minus 5, and your second bracket is the common bracket, which is a plus b. Now, wasn't that easier? Right? Okay? So, you know the way, when you do it first, if it doesn't work out for you, right, go back and try and put different things together. It might be easier if you put, like, instead of putting 1 and 2 together and 3 and 4, if you put 1 with 3 and 2 with 4, or 1 with 4 and 2 with 3, as I did there. Okay? Is that alright? So if it doesn't work out for you, go back and, because sometimes it's hard to get the signs right. Okay? Is that alright? So that was number, I can't remember. That was number 18. Anyone need 20? Any need 22? 24? 24, yeah. So number 24 reads, right, 6a squared c minus 6ab minus 4bc plus 9a to the power of 3. So if I took 1 and 2 together and 3 and 4, but when I look at 3 and 4, is there anything in common with 3 and 4? No, I'll have nothing to take out, or I wouldn't out of 3 and 4. Would you agree? So I better not do that. So what did he do? Did he do 1 with 4? So will I write 6a squared c, and then I'm going to put plus 9a cubed together, and then I'm going to put number 2 then, and number 3. Is that okay? So I've just written them in a different order. Are we okay? Now I'm going to put 1 and 2 together, and I'm going to put 3 and 4 together. So out of 1 and 2, what number will I take? 3, right? Okay, what letters will I take? Yeah, AA. There's 2 A's there that's common, isn't there? Because remember, this is AA, and this is A. So that means I can take out 2 A's, which is an A squared. Would you agree? Right. So 3 what's or 6? 3 2's. And the A squared is gone, and the C is left. Right. 3 what's or 9? 3 3's. There was 3 A's, I took out 2, so what's left? A. Now, out of the next 2, what will I take? A minus, 2, and a B. Right, very good. So out of the 6, the 2 went out, so what's left? And there's an A left. Right, now you took out a minus sign, so what's this sign have to become? A plus. And 2 by 2 is 4. And the B has gone out and there's a C left. Are my brackets the same? Are they the same brackets? Yeah, 2C plus 3A is the same as 3A plus 2C, isn't it? Yes.
You know how if you take out a minus, the middle is a plus. If you take out a plus, the middle of minus.
No, if you take, you know, if you're multiplying in by a plus, the signs wouldn't change, or they wouldn't. So if you take out a minus, there's no change, or take out a plus, there's no change. But if you take out a minus, you have to change. Okay? Right, so then my 2 brackets are made up of 3a squared minus 2b. And which way will I write this bracket? Either or, girls, because they're the same thing. So write it as either or. So you can write it as 3a plus 2c or 2c plus 3a. Is that okay? Right, 26? Yeah. Can I write this off? No? Am I good? Right, so number 26. Okay, and I mentioned number 26 on Friday, and I said multiply out the bracket first and then start again. So it's 6x squared. Now I'm multiplying in by a minus 3y, so I need to be careful. So 3 3's are 9, sorry, minus 3 3s are 9 and y by x is xy, isn't it? Then I have a minus by a minus is a plus. 3 2s are 6 and y by a is ay. Minus 4ax is there at the end. Okay? So then take out, I might as well do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Right? So out of 1 and 2, what's coming? 3 and x. What's left? 2x minus 3y, yeah? Right, what I take out of these two? 2 and a. What's left? 2 3s are 6. Out of ay, there's a y left. Right, I took out a plus, so there's no change. 2 2s are 4. The a is gone out, and the x is still here. Right, are they the same bracket? Are they nearly the same bracket? What's wrong with them? Yeah, it's a plus 2x here and a minus 2x here. It's a minus 3y here and a plus 3y here. So instead of taking out a plus 2a, what should I have taken out? A minus 2a, right? So if I took out a minus 2a, that would become minus and that would become plus. Now I'm right. Say that again. Yeah, you could, and pair off different ones and you divide all that. Okay? So we go, are you asking me, could I start it again? Right, okay, right. Sorry, I thought you were asking me, yeah, I misunderstood your question, sorry. 6. It's a noise outside the door. Okay, so multiply in. So 6x squared multiply in by minus 3y. So minus 3 3s are 9, y by a is ay. Then a minus by a minus is a plus. 3 2s are 6 and y by a is ay. Yeah? Then there's a minus 4ax at the end. Now, you know the way a minute ago, yeah?
Where did the x go into the 3?
Oh, that should be, I wrote down a instead of x, didn't I?
No, it's the other one, the one.
Oh, yeah. I wrote down an a instead of an x. Sorry, thank you, Rose. Very good. Right, are we okay? Right. You know the way a minute ago, it was a bit weird when I took the stuff out because the signs were wrong. Will I try different pair and different ones together? So will I try 1 with 4? So 6x squared minus 4ax, and I'll try minus 9xy plus 6ay. So I put 1 with 4 and 2 and 3 beside each other. So out of these two, I'll take out a 2 and an x, won't I? What's left? 3x minus 2a. What I take out of this? A minus 3y. 3 3s are 9, the y is gone out, so there's an x left. I took out a minus, so this becomes a minus. 3 2s are 6, the y is gone out, and there's an a left. I wish they'd go away. Right, now my brackets are the same, so I have 2x minus 3a in the first bracket, and I have 3x minus 2a in the second bracket. And girls, that's as hard as they get. Who got that one right? Oh yeah. 2. What?
So you're on the answer wrong.
Minus 3y. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a 9, it's put me off. Right, okay, yes. Yeah. Right, how many got this right now? Excellent, well done. Really well done, because this is as hard as they come. Yes, Rose. Say? Yeah. Okay, girls, I'm not going to get to start a new section today, so I'm going to ask you to do page 29. Just a few more of these, just to be sure. So I'm going to ask you to do numbers 5 up to 21, and the column only. So you do 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, is that alright? 29, 5 to 21, the column only. Will you clean your tables, please?